So Jordan Brand 2025, you guys can expect another huge year from the company, which as far as revenue, I believe Jordan Brand did something like $7 billion. So as far as next year, you can expect them to try to increase that number. Plus, they're going to be celebrating the 40th anniversary, which means storytelling is going to be turned up a notch. Now, at the same time, Jordan Brand, they're going to be looking to address some of their concerns, such as Jordan Retro sitting on shelves, which to me, I feel like as far as next year, we're going to see a lot less filler releases and a lot more of the pairs that people are checking for per se. So with all of that being said, we got a first look here at what I believe is going to be one of 2025's most highly anticipated releases in these Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4 Firewood Orange, which it looks like these are going to be dropping top of the year, like around springtime, March to be specific, and it's going to be like right after tax season. I feel like this is going to be one of those big, huge, heavy hitters that we see drop, first half of the year or whatever. So with all of that being said, I do want to kind of take a look back here at Nigel Sylvester's, career, his journey here through the sneaker world, as I feel like he's became so popular that low key, I feel like we could put him in the conversation as one of like Nike's top collaborators for the moment, which then actually would put him in the same conversation, I would say, as Travis Scott. Now, some people may look at that as blasphemy. I mean, he's not passing Travis at the moment, but based off the way his career is going, based off how popular he became, and it seems like Jordan Brand is going to continue to be pumping up the releases when it comes to Nigel Sylvester. One day, could he maybe pass up Travis Scott? So what's going on, everybody? It's J.A. Salute to you for tuning in. If you guys enjoy these updates, help support the channel. You know what to do. Make sure you smash the like button down below. So here we go. First look, courtesy of Eldon Monitors, who low-key have been holding down these sneaker leaks, which as far as this one, I mean, I wouldn't really consider this a leak, which these were actually discovered on the back end of Nike servers. So here we go, y'all. Nigel Sylvester, Jordan 4 SP. Firewood Orange, which we did see some mock-up images of this upcoming release, surfaced previously, which I would say based off the mock-up photos, which originally came from the color blocking or the color codes and everything, I would say at first I was intrigued, but now after actually seeing what these officially look like, the actual finished product, I would have to say that I am quite impressed. I mean, I feel like these kind of give off more so a premium look, kind of with that suede finish. These joints low-key almost kind of remind me of like, let's say like a Jordan 4 PE that we're going to see actually drop to the public. So you got to love these right here. It seems like also based off a lot of people's reactions, they seem to be feeling them as well, which I would have to say that low-key, people want to say that they don't care about the hype and everything like that. But to me, I feel like on top of these looking like a great premium sneaker, the Nigel Sylvester cosign also helps these out a lot, which as of lately, or I guess I should say, over the last few years or so, Nigel Sylvester has definitely risen, here in the sneaker world. He is officially, a Jordan Brand collaborator. But as far as this year, I would say he definitely became one of the top collaborators, which to me kind of puts him in that conversation with Travis Scott. So we got to take a look back here at where it all started with Nigel Sylvester and Jordan Brand with these Jordan 1s, which originally released back in 2018. Now, when it comes to this pair right here, we always like to talk about like storytelling and everything like that, how it all comes full circle with these classic Jordan Brand releases. And when it comes to a shoe like this, I feel like this puts storytelling and takes it to a whole nother level, because not only is the storytelling, like within the details or the colorway, you can actually see it implemented directly into the design as these feature the scuffs and everything like that. It all comes full circle with Nigel Sylvester being a pro BMXer and everything like that. So you gotta love it. And in 2018, when these dropped, this is when you could probably say like Jordan 1 popularity was like at its peak, or not its peak yet, but like, at one of its all-time highs. So that was a recipe for success. This one went down as a cult classic, and still to this day, a lot of people's favorite releases from 2018. Definitely one of the most highly anticipated Jordan 1s that dropped then. So with that being said, it felt like it kind of like took Jordan Brand a while to, follow up the next Jordan Brand release. But then we saw it this year. This one was a banger in the Jordan 4 RM Nigel Sylvester. These were called like Grandma's Fence or the Driveway Story, something like that. The storytelling though all came together. And I feel like what's even more impressive about this release was the fact that At the end of the day, you can call these a remaster of the Jordan 4, but let's be real, y'all. These joints right here are Team Jordans. People got all kind of different funny names that they like to call them. But at the end of the day, these are low key a Team Jordan, which in the past I always like notoriously clowned on. But with the Nigel Sylvester cosign, a lovely, shade of green right here, and just a great looking sneaker, which I feel like looks really dope with a pair of white socks. Just as you see right here with a pair of shorts, these joints seem to be a smash hit. So a lot of people put these on their sneaker of the year list this year, even including Complex. So you already know, man, these joints were a banger. They did drop another colorway, but I feel like they didn't really impact. They didn't hit as hard as these right here. And low key, even a lot of people said that Jordan Brand should have just gave the Jordan 4 RM to Nigel Sylvester, but I feel like his cosign definitely made that sneaker hot. And with all of that being said, you guys know in the corporate world, they kind of move at like a snail's pace. I feel like Jordan Brand has kind of dragged their feet with Nigel Sylvester, but moving here into 2025, man, seems like they're taking things up a notch here with these joints right here, man. So I'm rocking with them. I already told you guys, I feel like they kind of give off a premium feel. So let's go ahead and see what the people have to say about the upcoming Nigel Sylvester Firewood Orange, man. Joints are looking clean. He also gave us a little teaser with his signature Bike Air, which seemed to be, a big hit this year with the people. So we got the first one saying Heat, his best shoes since the ones drop, Need 5. We got the little Keenan gift right here. Now, somebody did put most uncreative pair that looks like a general release that people would easily pass up if Nigel's name wasn't behind it. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's some constructive criticism, or do y'all feel like that's hating right here? Because I did say previously that the Nigel Sylvester cosign does actually, add to the appeal of this shoe right here. Somebody put, this is the second pair I've seen of his, not feeling either pair, but shout out to him. All right. Way better than the Toro Bravo. I don't think this color would have worked on any other Jordan Tough. All right. Thought these were orange, but if they look like this, it's a cop for me. We need a retro of Red Octobers. These aren't cutting it. So, of course, anytime somebody drops a red sneaker, they're always going to get comparisons, to the Red Octobers. So, these are crazy. Pass. But overall, seems like these are getting a very positive reception, I would say, based off the feedback. And this is coming from Nice Kicks Twitter, which to me, I feel like their social media pages are always, a bunch of haters. So if they're actually saying these joints are nice, to me, I feel like these are going to be a big hit. Plus the timing of this release, based off the fact that they're dropping in March, I feel like that's also going to add to the success of this drop. Now, with all of that being said, can't forget about these Jordan 1 lows, man, which Nigel Sylvester, the 2018 highs were a big hit. I feel like right now the Jordan 1 lows are even more popular than the Jordan 1 highs right now. So with them dropping a Nigel Sylvester 1, this should be a big hit. And it seems like finally Jordan Brand, Nike, they're finally giving that boy his flowers and they're turning things up a notch. But are we also going to see another Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4M drop as well alongside these? I feel like this is two big releases that we can look forward to. Also, don't forget, this is just a speculative mock-up photo, so we'll have to actually wait on these. But as far as these 4s right here, you guys already know these are going to be a hit. And I feel like them 1s are going to be a crazy follow-up. So it's going to be a big year for the pro BMXer who recently just turned 37 years old. So I would say he's probably moving into more so that lane of like marketing his name, not so much doing crazy stunts out there, on the bike and everything like that. But, looking to add to his brand, take things up to another level with his Jordan Brand collaborations. We know when it comes to like Nike Jordan Brand collaborators, not all of them hit the same. Sometimes people get a little hit, then they fade away. But it seems like when it comes to Nigel Sylvester, he's here to stay, which for me, I feel like does draw a little bit comparisons to Travis Scott, which of course we know he's getting ready to drop the Zoomfield Jacks, which are expected to drop coming up here January 17th. Now, when it comes to the critics, a lot of people said that Travis Scott couldn't do it on his own outside of like his Jordan Retro collaboration. So as far as these Zoomfield Jacks right here, man, I would say these joints are cool. Personally, I'm more of a fan of like the T-Rex or the Jumpman Jacks, but I guess these are cool. These are like his first all-official Nike collaboration. Now, as far as the soft launch of these, I felt like kind of went over, not too exciting. I feel like when it comes to like the Travis Scott fan base, they kind of definitely rock with the retro. So they love the Jordan 4s. They loved all of the Jordan 1s. But when it comes to all of his all original models, do they really have that same appeal? Do they still hit the same? I think a lot of questions will be answered when this drop. But my guess is that these are probably going to be one of them pairs that, people aren't going to gravitate towards so much. You can compare those to like the Travis Scott Air Trainers that dropped, I guess, a couple of years back. I feel like that's going to have the same kind of lackluster, appeal that those did right here. But let's not forget, man, we also have these Travis Scott Jordan 1 fragments to drop, which will be, I guess you could call these the Travis Scott Fragment 2.0s. Now, these are going to be a holiday 2025 release. And when it comes to this one right here, rumor has it, apparently this will be the final Travis Scott Jordan 1 low release, which we've heard stories like that in the past. So I feel like when it comes to this one right here, people aren't going to bank on this one being the last one. But if it is the case, and this does happen to be the last Travis Scott Jordan 1 release that we get, I'm going to say for the record that they're going out with a bang. These are just so clean, they're subtle. When it comes to the fragment treatment, I could almost compare that to like what you see with like, let's say, Down collaborations. They're not doing too much, keeping things subtle, nice premium materials, if so, but, just like a good, clean looking shoe to add a touch of blue on here is beautiful. Now, with the double collaboration, being that they're Travis and Fragment, and that they could potentially be the last Travis Scott Jordan 1 low, I'm not like expecting to get my hands on these or anything like that, but just looking at them from just a point of view of just a sneakerhead, I feel like these are just a really beautiful looking sneaker. So again, back to that conversation, one day could we see potentially Nigel Sylvester pass up Travis? I mean, you never know. As far as like age, Travis Scott, he's like 33, Nigel's 37. So I feel like the age isn't a huge factor. Travis, he comes from the music background, while Nigel Sylvester comes from a pro BMX athlete background. But I would say as far as his journey through sneakers, when it comes to the releases, when you look at like Travis Scott, he started off with a bang with all of the Jordan retro releases, almost like that you like can't top them. It feels like his fans love these so much that they're just locked into like the Jordan 1s, and they really can't see anything past that. Like they try to release the Zoom Field Jacks, they're trying to do things with the T-Rex Jumpman Jacks, but it seems like the only thing people really care about are these Travis 1s, which I feel like with the rumors that this could potentially be the last Travis 1 Jordan 1 low, it would make sense that maybe they're trying to distance themselves from that model and see if Travis can, take things to the next level, which I feel like when you look at Nigel Sylvester's career trajectory or his journey through sneakers, although they did start off with the Jordan 1, they did take things slow, and he actually had a solid smash hit with them Jordan 4 RM. So he came through with a Team Jordan. Now they're starting to give him some Jordan retro. So he kind of proved it that he could make it a smash hit with an unproven model. Now he's going to heat things up with some Jordan retro. So low key, he kind of has almost like a more grassroots, organic, growth through sneakers, where it feels like Travis, the hype and everything like that kind of overshadows everything, outside of the Jordan retro releases. So let me know what you guys think. This isn't a definitive answer. I'm not saying that one day Nigel will pass up Travis, but man, these fragment joints, they go absolutely crazy. So enough rambling from me. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Love.